He grabbed the bone, darted out of the butcher's shop, and raced toward home. But while crossing a bridge, he froze. In the water below was another dog, staring right up at him. And in its mouth was a bone that looked even bigger than his own. The hair stood up on his back as he began to growl at the other dog. But it growled back. He bared his teeth. He wanted the bigger bone. He jumped into the water, but his bone slipped from his mouth. He watched it sink out of sight forever. And when he looked for the other dog, it was gone too. He had lost everything because he couldn't appreciate what he already had. He shaved the head, then began to tattoo a message directly onto his servant's scalp. After that, he rubbed a special paint into the wounds to color it. He then waited until his hair grew out completely, covering the tattoo. The servant was then sent to his allies, who shaved his head again, revealing the hidden message about the plans to rebel. If you were stranded on an island, you could shave your head bald and exfoliate your skin with a cloth before using oil to make it extra shiny. Then you could tilt your head in different directions, and as the sunlight hit it, the smooth surface would act like a mirror, turning the light into a bright flash that could alert any nearby planes. Now, you might think you could reflect the sunlight onto a single spot to start a fire, but the top of your head is curved, which spreads light around. So even if you try for a long time, you'll probably just end up burning your scalp instead. If you get a burn, take some skin from a tilapia and apply it like a bandage, would your injury heal faster? Well, fish skin stays moist over time, so it doesn't need to be changed as often as gauze. And the collagen inside can actually act as a natural building block for your cells. But the surface is covered with bacteria, which could leak into your wounds and give you an infection. This is why the hospital cleans their fish skin with special chemicals first before placing it over your injury, helping your skin grow without the infection. The gas rushed out of the swollen body, causing the Pope's corpse to deflate right in front of horrified onlookers. An awful smell poured out, and his nose and fingers began to rot. Now, this happened because the embalming process was done incorrectly. Instead of draining and preserving the body correctly, they sprinkled it with oil and sealed it with plastic wrap. Bacteria inside began to produce large amounts of gas. With nowhere for it to escape, it created so much pressure that the corpse ruptured. He slipped on the gorilla mask before flying his jet past an airplane pilot who couldn't believe his eyes. Later, when the shocked pilot tried to report what he saw, everyone just laughed at him, thinking he was imagining things, until dozens of other pilots started seeing it too. You see, the US was testing its first jet, and it needed a way to keep it secret. So the pilot put on the gorilla mask and a derby hat, and he even chewed a cigar as he flew, making anyone who spotted him think they were going crazy. It released millions of needles into space, forming a thin metallic ring around Earth. And when radio signals were beamed up there, they would hit the needles before bouncing back down again, making radio communication possible. You see, the military were afraid the Soviets could destroy undersea cables, which would cut off all reliable communications. Now, the first launch failed when the needles clumped together, but on the second try, they spread out into a ring around the Earth. Astronomers from other countries were furious, calling it space trash. And the plan was soon scrapped, but to this day, thousands of tiny needles still orbit the Earth. Cut the flap in the lid of a pizza box, then cover the hole with plastic wrap, and line the whole thing with aluminum foil. Next, add a square of black paper in the bottom. Place your crackers, chocolate, and marshmallow on the paper under the plastic, and use a stick to prop up the lid. Now, if you stick it in the sun, it will reflect off the foil, bouncing down into the box. And the black paper will absorb the heat, while the plastic wrap traps it inside. And after 30 minutes, you'll have a gooey, delicious s'more.
Victory demands everything. Each push, a step closer. But the journey is never solo. My team carves the way. Data and innovation are my compass. This is how today's champions are made. CFI, empower yourself.
هذا البرنامج برعاية أمنية من بيون.
رومو ميشيل دحدل الأصلية، جودة وقطعة إيطالية.
Today we will show you the birth to death of the youngest sibling. That's me. Karen will start off as cute baby. Then she will grow up to become a teenager, a full-grown adult. And at the end of the video, we will see how Karen acts as an old grumpy grandma.
I won't be grumpy, Polina. I will be the best grandma ever.
Kids, please welcome your sister. Her name is Karen. Hey, sister!
We waited for you for so long.
Let's get things straight. From now on, I am the boss here. Do what I say and we won't have trouble.
Karen was annoying as soon as she entered the house.
You are totally